Here are some of the modes of operation on a router. The mode, the use, how to enter that mode, and what the prompt would look like. The first one on our list is a user exec mode. When you turn on the router, if the operating system is there and everything is well, this is the first place you're going to be. Notice on the far right, the prompt is router greater than. So if you get it and it comes up to router greater than, the operating system is there and everything is well. If it comes up with something else, you've got a problem. The usage will be to change the terminal settings on a temporary basis to perform basic testing and to list system information. A lot of your show commands, S-H-O-W. How to enter that? It's going to be the first level accessed, or the first one you see, unless of course your operating system is missing. Then you'll see something called ROMMON, R-O-M-M-O-N. The next level, privileged exec. This is where you're going to have system administration. You're going to be able to set the operating system parameters. How do you enter that mode? You're going to type in the word enable, and it may ask you for a password. The new 2900 routers we have in our classroom start out immediately requiring a password. The prompt is going to look like router and a pound sign. Notice you've changed. Once you did the enable, the prompt is going to change, have a pound instead of a greater than. The next mode you can go into, global config. Here's when you go if you need to make changes or modify. You modify the configuration that affects the system as a whole. From the privileged exec mode, you're going to type configure space terminal. Your prompt will now say router, left paren, config, right paren, and a pound. Another mode of operation is the interface configuration. You would modify the operation of an interface here. From the global mode, you would type in interface space and the number or the name of the interface. Your prompt is going to change to router, left paren, config-if, and a pound sign. There's also setup mode. To create the initial configuration from the privileged, you type setup, and this is going to be a prompted dialog, navigating between those modes. Examples of what we talked about, router greater than is the user mode. To move to the next one, you type the word enable, E-N-A-B-L-E. Notice the prompt changes to router pound. To get out of that mode, you could type disable, D-I-S-A-B-L-E, and it takes you back to router greater than. You could also type exit is another one you could type to get out of that. Navigating between your IS modes, here's some additional pictures. Switch and a pound. We went to configure space terminal. It took us into the configuration menu. Interface space VLAN 1 is an interface command. Notice here, config-if. We didn't make any changes, we just went exit, so no changes were made here in the configuration at all. This one on the bottom, we did configure space terminal. We went into config mode. We can tell by the prompt. We're going to say line space VTY 0 space 4. That's virtual terminal. That's where you would be able to jump from one router to another without actually physically having to have a cable attached to it. As long as they have active Ethernet interfaces and are reachable, this will work as long as you've got the VTY set up. In this case, we did the line VTY space 0 space 4, which is 5 lines because 0 is a real number. But we didn't set it up. We just simply typed in something else. So that wasn't actually, no changes made here. Here they typed in interface fast Ethernet 01. Notice the prompt changes. Again, we made no changes other than we went there and thought about making a change, but we didn't. And we typed end and just got out of configuration.